The U.S. visa interview is unlike any other visa process. There's no thick folder of documents to review at a desk. In most cases, it's a consular officer at a window, looking at you for anywhere between 1 and 5 minutes, asking you a handful of questions and making a decision that can change your travel plans entirely. For Nigerian applicants in 2025, the B1, B2 refusal rate was 57%. For Ghanaians, it was 64%. That means more than half of all applicants are being refused. But here's the thing. The people who get approved are not luckier than you. They are better prepared. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to tell you exactly what the consular officer is looking for, the most common questions asked, and how to answer every single one of them confidently. Before we dive in, I've put together a free U.S. B1, B2 visa document checklist and interview preparation guide that you can download from the description below. It's the same resource we share with our clients at Walz Travels before their interview. Grab it now. All right, let's talk about how to pass this interview. Section 1. What the officer is actually evaluating. Here is the fundamental thing you must understand about a U.S. visa interview. Under Section 214B of the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act, the law presumes that every single applicant intends to immigrate to the United States unless you can prove otherwise. Read that again. The default assumption is against you. You walk in already assumed to be a potential illegal immigrant, and it's your job to change that assumption. The officer is evaluating 3 things, and only 3 things. 1. Is your planned activity in the U.S. actually permitted under a B1, B2 visa? 2. Do you have enough money to fund your trip without working illegally in the U.S.? 3. Do you have strong enough ties to your home country that they are confident you will leave the U.S. when your visa expires? Every question they ask is designed to assess one of these 3 criteria. Once you understand that, the interview becomes much less intimidating. Section 2. Before the interview, documents to bring. Let me briefly cover the documents you should have with you at the interview. Your valid passport, plus any previous passports with visas or entry stamps, your DS-160 confirmation page, your appointment confirmation letter, your passport photograph, your interview fee payment receipt, your employer letter, recent pay slips and bank statements, any evidence of strong ties, property documents, your children's school enrollment letters, business registration, if applicable, your intended itinerary, flights and accommodation, even if not confirmed, any invitation letter from a U.S. host if you're visiting family or friends. You will not hand all of these to the officer. The interview is conversational, but having them ready shows preparedness, and in some cases, the officer will ask to see specific items. Section 3. The most common questions and how to answer every single one of them.
Let's go through the questions that Nigerian and Ghanaian applicants are most commonly asked, and what a strong answer looks like. Question 1. What is the purpose of your trip to the U.S.? This is your opening statement, and it sets the entire tone of the interview. A weak answer sounds like this: I just want to visit and see the country. A strong answer sounds like this: I'm traveling to attend a software engineering conference in Houston in October. It's an annual industry event I've been looking to attend for 2 years. I'll be there for 8 days and returning on the 18th. Specific, purposeful, time-bound. The officer now has a clear mental picture. They're not wondering what you're really going to do there. If it's tourism, name specific places. I'm visiting New York and Washington, D.C. I want to see the Smithsonian, do Times Square, and visit a college friend in New Jersey. I'll be there for 10 days. Question 2. How long are you planning to stay? Never say I'm not sure yet or as long as I can. Name a specific date. I'm arriving on July 4th and returning July 18th. 2 weeks. If you have a return flight booking, you can mention it. My return flight is already booked for the 18th. Question 3. What do you do for work back home? Be clear and confident about your occupation. I'm the head of operations at a manufacturing company in Ibadan. I've been there for 6 years. If you're self-employed, I run a clothing business in Accra. I have 12 employees, and we supply to retailers across West Africa. The officer is listening for two things: stability, you have a proper job, and importance. Your presence is required at home, and you need to go back. Question 4. Who is paying for this trip? I am. I've been saving for this trip. I have enough in my account to cover flights, accommodation, and expenses for the 2 weeks. If someone else is partially sponsoring, I'm funding it myself with some assistance from my employer, who has business partners I'll be meeting in Atlanta. Question 5. Do you have family members in the United States? This question is about immigration risk. If you have family in the U.S., be honest, but immediately follow with your reason for returning home. Yes, I have a cousin in Maryland, but I'm visiting for 10 days, and I have a job and a home in Lagos I'm returning to. My children are in school here. I can't simply not come back. Never deny having relatives in the U.S. if you do. Officers can verify this. The lie will cost you the visa. Question 6. Have you ever been to the U.S. before? If yes, confirm the dates and that you exited on time. Travel history to the U.S. and even to other countries like the UK, Canada, or Schengen is one of your strongest assets. It tells the officer you travel, you follow the rules, and you come home. Bring copies of your previous visas and entry and exit stamps. If no, this will be my first visit. I've traveled to the UK and South Africa previously. Even regional travel history within Africa helps establish that you are a person who travels for legitimate purposes and returns.
Question 7. What ties do you have to Nigeria or Ghana that will make you return? This is the 214B question in its most direct form. Your answer must be specific and multidimensional. I own a home in Lekki that I'm still paying a mortgage on. I have 3 children in primary school in Lagos. I run a logistics business with 8 staff. I can't abandon them. My elderly mother lives with me, and I'm her primary carer. The more real and specific those ties sound, the more convincing they are. Practicing this answer out loud until it feels completely natural, not rehearsed. Section 4. The 3 things that kill applications on the spot. 1. Inconsistency between your DS-160 and your answers. Your DS-160 is the online application form you filled before the interview. If it says you've never been refused a visa and you casually mention in the interview that you were refused a UK visa last year, that's an immediate problem. Go through your DS-160 carefully before the interview and make sure your answers match exactly. 2. Vague, nonspecific answers. Saying, I want to go to America to see the place does not pass the test. Everything you say should be specific. Dates, names, places, purposes. 3. Appearing nervous or evasive. I know that's easier said than done, but nervous energy, long pauses, and indirect eye contact tell the officer that you're hiding something, even when you're not. Practice your answers out loud at home. Practice with a friend. Practice until you can say them calmly and naturally. One of our clients, a Lagos-based civil engineer, came to us after being refused a U.S. visa twice. Both times he had strong documents, but fell apart in the interview when asked about his purpose of travel and ties to Nigeria. We ran a 90-minute interview preparation session with him, working through his answers, strengthening how he presented his professional and personal ties, and helping him understand what the officer was really listening for. He went for his 3rd interview. 10 days later, he messaged us with a photo of a 10-year U.S. visa in his passport. Preparation is the difference. If you have a U.S. visa interview coming up and you want to make sure you're fully prepared, Walz Travels offers interview preparation sessions where we walk you through every likely question, review your documents for consistency, and help you present your strongest possible case to the consular officer. Message us on WhatsApp using the link in the description, or book a consultation through our website. And please download that free U.S. visa checklist and interview guide in the description. It covers everything we discussed today plus more. If this video helped you, please give it a like. It helps other Nigerians and Ghanaians who are in the same situation find this content. Subscribe for more visa guides, and I will see you in the next one.